Welcome to the NBA 5-on-5, the 13th game day summary and official leaders of the regular season after the 13th game day. This 13th game day was a last game day of week 2, played on October 31st, 21, and we had 5 games. We had Sacramento Kings at Dallas Mavericks. Sacramento lost 99-105. Sacramento has a score now of 3 wins and 3 losses, and Dallas Mavericks have score of 4 wins and 2 losses. For the Sacramento, the game leader was Richard Holmes with 22 points, 13 rebounds and 0 assists. And for the Dallas, it was Luka Doncic with 23 points, 8 rebounds and 10 assists. Next game was Portland Trailblazers at Charlotte Hornets. Portland lost 113-125 for the score of 3 wins and 3 losses, and Hornets are now at 5 wins and 2 losses. The game leader for Trailblazers was CJ McCollum with 25 points, 2 rebounds and 8 assists, and for Charlotte Hornets it was LaMelo Ball with 27 points, 9 rebounds and 7 assists. The next game is Utah Jazz at Milwaukee Bucks. Utah Jazz won 107-95. Here we have to mention that Middleton and Holiday did not play, and the game leader on Utah side was Donovan Mitchell with 28 points, 4 rebounds and 2 assists, and on Bucks side it was Giannis Antetokounmpo with 25 points, 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Then we had Detroit Pistons at Brooklyn Nets. Detroit lost 91-117. Detroit is now at 1 win, 5 losses, and Brooklyn is now at 4 wins and 3 losses. The game leader for Detroit was Josh Jackson with 12 points, 5 rebounds and 3 assists, and on Brooklyn side it was James Harden with 18 points, 10 rebounds and 12 assists. That was James Harden's triple-double. Then we had Houston Rockets at Los Angeles against Lakers. Houston lost 85-95, and Houston is now at score of 1 win, 5 losses, where the Lakers are at 4 wins and 3 losses. The game leader for Houston was Christian Wood with 16 points, 13 rebounds and 2 assists, and for the Lakers it was Russell Westbrook with almost a triple-double, 20 points, 8 rebounds and 9 assists. Now let's see who are the leaders after the 13th game day in a different categories. So as always, we will start with efficiency per game, and Nikola Jokic is still leading as the player with most efficiency points per game after the 13th game day. He has 35.50. At the second place we have Giannis Antetokounmpo at 32.43. Third place Kevin Durant with 31.57. Then we have Rudy Gobert, Jimmy Butler, Jonas Valanciunas, Domantas Sabonis, Steph Curry, Ja Morant, Paul George, Anthony Davis, and so on. As yesterday, the total number of players that played did not change, and it stayed at 427 out of 504 registered players, and the average in efficiency per game points for the players that played is 9.35. As you can see, we have changed categories and moved them around a bit. So now we are at fantasy points per game. In that category, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo as leader with 54.4 fantasy points. At second place, Nikola Jokic with 53.1. Then we have Paul George with 50.4, Anthony Davis with 49.3, and after that, Jimmy Butler, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Ja Morant, Julius Randle, DeJounte Murray, LeBron James, and so on. The average score in fantasy points per game for the league is at 17.4. As you can see, we added a new category. It is box plus minus, and here we have at the first play RJ Nembhard, but that is not actually so because he just played 1.9 minutes in one game. So we'll start with the first player that plays some significant minutes per game. And as we can see, it is Nikola Jokic with 6 games played, and he is at 13.6 box plus minus points, where we can see he is at offensive box plus minus at 9, and defensive rating for box plus minus is 4.7. So that gives a total of 13.6. The next significant player would be Jimmy Butler with significant minutes, and for Jimmy we have 11.2 box plus minus points. We have offensive rating of 5.2, defensive rating of 6.0. Then the next significant player would be Giannis Antetokounmpo with 10.6, where offensive is 7.9 and defensive rating is 2.6. We are still not going to give you an average, as we have a lot of players that have not played a lot of minutes and we did not pull them out of this table, so we'll do that in the future. In our analysis, we have also added a VORP, win, share, or replacement player. And here we have a little better insight than in BPM in the moment, but it correlates with the box plus minus scores. So in VORP we have Nikola Jokic at the first place with 0.7, sharing the first place with Jimmy Butler and Giannis Antetokounmpo. With 0.6 we have Kevin Durant. At 0.5 we have Patty Mills from Brooklyn as well. And then at 0.4 we have Stephen Curry, Karl Anthony Towns, Montrezl Harrell, Harrison Barnes, and Domantas Sabonis. So as you can see, these are some major statistics. Let's see now quickly the points per game leaders, assists per game leaders, and rebounds per game leaders. In assists per game, we have Chris Paul still leading with 10.6 assists per game. Second place, Trae Young with 10. DeJounte Murray, third place with 8.8. Then we have Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Damian Lillard, Darius Garland, Ja Morant, Luka Doncic, Fred VanVleet, and Kyle Lowry. Those are the leaders in assists per game. Average assists per game for all players is 1.8 assists per game. Now we are looking at leaders in rebounding per game. It's still Rudy Gobert with 17.2 rebounds per game. At the second place we have Nikola Jokic with 14.8. Third place Jonas Valanciunas with 14.6. And then we have Bam Adebayo, Jusuf Nurkic, Kyle Kuzma, Christian Wood, Anthony Davis, DeAndre Ayton, Julius Randle, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, as we have a few games. Let's see who are the players that turn the ball over mostly. And here we have Kevin Porter Jr. with the worst score at 5.3 turnovers per game. After him we have Russell Westbrook. He's probably still accommodating in Los Angeles, or maybe too much nightlife, who knows, with 5.1 turnover per game. Then we have Ja Morant with 5, Karl Anthony Towns, James Harden, Darius Garland with 4.6, Luka Doncic very high with 4.3, LeBron James with 4.2, and Nikola Jokic, Stephen Curry, and the Aaron Fox with 4. They are leading in this negative statistic as well. Now we have a few triple-doubles. They all made one triple-double, and we have Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Lonzo Ball, and DeJounte Murray. They all had each one triple-double. So we hope that we shared some nice insight with you. Let's quickly take a look at plus minus per game. So at plus minus category per game, Kyle Lowry is at first place with 14.6. Then second place we have Nikola Jokic with 13.3, Donovan Mitchell with 12.3, PJ Tucker with 11.7, then Jrue Holiday, as we know, he didn't play much minutes, only 43, 11.5, Aaron Gordon from Denver, 11.5. He's picking up, and he is in the moment the best second player in Denver, which is amazing. Then we have Bojan Bogdanovic with 11 with 179 minutes total played. Then we have Jimmy Butler with 10.5, and Taylor Hero also from Miami with 10.2. They're a good team when they play together, team up. Then we have Stephen Curry with 10 as Bam Adebayo. So this would be all for today. We would love if you would comment, share, click that bell for notifications, support us, and we wish you a great sports day in front of you. And until next time, bye-bye.